None of us would have thought that this day would finally come, but Auntie Jeanette said okay, and the Lord's response was well done. So, how can our hearts be sad and angry when God gave us memories of this amazing lady? See, our Auntie Jeanette was a reserved, modest woman with class, rough around the edges with a little bit of sass, calm and sweet, but still fiery as can be, small in stature, but strength lied in her posture. Auntie and I always joked around about height, but I soon realized that confidence in God made sure people like us win big fights. See, my aunt was a prayer warrior. High pitched tongues made the devil fear her. Singing in her heavenly language was not uncommon, for she believed with moanings and groanings the Spirit maketh intercession. When illness tried to creep up in my family, blessed soil she slayed in the house around me. She was that type of God fearing woman who worked God's work until the job was done. From teaching to decorating, from cooking to sewing to laying tile in, hammering to building with home remedies looking under the car's engine. That's a long story. Or how about that time she made tutus for the church dance team? She had that I can do it all blood gene. She was our family's do it yourself queen. She was creative, courageous, our dainty heroine. Resilient towards obstacles but never losing focus type lady, our gem. It wasn't by default, but it was her own choice to use all of her gifts for God's purpose. She kept the Lord first in her life. See, she trusted God with all of her heart and might. Auntie Jeanette was a woman of faith and favor, knowing God as her great healer and as her savior. With such wisdom and intellect, she innately mentored the young people directly and indirect, either speaking words of encouragement or gentle words of correction and improvement, teaching young ladies to never wear do rags out in public, or not allowing young men to sag for it was inappropriate. For our auntie was a woman with standards, and she expected ladies to act like ladies and all people to have manners. Auntie Jeanette was one of a kind, soft spoken at times, but she would tell it like it is and not even mind. That's Auntie Jeanette. I remember the day I found out her first name wasn't Jeanette. I was too young where it took my mind a while to comprehend the aunt I knew and met. For she had humor in calling me by my government name, Loretta Ann Obia. So I attempted to get her back and say all three to her. Pondered face, Auntie Jeanette was all I had. She smiled a little and my older cousin just laughed. Auntie Jeanette. We will miss her prayers at the dinner table, dodging pictures then agreeing to take ones later. I will miss cooking her favorite lemon meringue pie, always being by my mom's side. Admirer of beautiful flowers, a giver, a sower of countless hours. That's Auntie Jeanette. Words cannot express the power that lays now at rest. One strong towering attribute of hers that I fail not to mention was her operatic soprano voice that would ring with such distinction. When singing about how excited she was when thinking about Jesus, Auntie Gina's foot would pop up as if it was a must. For the joy she had in God makes her legacy even more worthwhile. For praise was always on her lips, even until her eyes took their last glimpse, uttering how God is faithful, trustworthy, and true. These mere words of hers echoes the praise we all should say and do. Auntie Jeanette moved the halls at a fast pace. My sanctified imagination says maybe she moved swiftly because she knew about this here day. Wednesday, early morning, where an angel would come. Auntie Jeanette said okay, and the Lord's response was well done. So again I ask, how can our hearts be sad and angry when God gave us memories like these of this amazing lady?